Hello and welcome to VR Reviews. Today we'll be reviewing the Figma Yu-Gi-Oh! Yami Yugi. So yes, here we have Yami, a figure that I pre-ordered a while back and has finally arrived, and something that is very cool, definitely worth picking up if you are a fan of Yu-Gi-Oh! In anime or manga form, or maybe if you just like the card game. I don't know, you decide. Now let's go ahead and zoom with articulation, sculpt, paint details, all those sorts of things.
Alright, starting off with a quick size comparison. Of course, here we have Yugi. Here's our standard Marvel Legends 6-inch Cosmic Armor Iron Man and 3 3/4-inch Marvel Universe Wolverine. Of course, Yami is a pretty standard import size, so he's a little bit shorter than an American 6-inch scale figure, and of course much bigger than a 3 3/4-inch figure. Now let's get everything else out of here and just look at Yami Yugi. Alright, moving on to our 360 spin. Here you can see Yugi. He is wearing his pretty standard outfit. He's got bare arms with bracers. They're black and silver with little gold studs on them. He's got his black tank top on. Going down to the waist, he has on 2 belts because Yugi wears 2 belts for some reason. They have silver studs and buckles on them, and there is a card deck holder thing on the back of his lower belt. His pants are dark blue and have all the appropriate wrinkles sculpted into them, and then he has gray shoes with little studs and straps on those. So all in all, looks like Yugi, nothing to really complain about. Now let's go ahead and zoom in on his head sculpt. Head sculpt wise, of course, you have Yugi's hair, which is its standard red, black, and yellow self. Very nicely sculpted, looks pretty much exactly the way it should. And then he has 2 interchangeable faces and 3 interchangeable pairs of eyes, which you can use with either face. He has a stern expression and a smiling expression, as well as forward-facing eyes and left and right-facing eyes. The sculpt on everything looks fine, and all the detail work on the eyes and the faces all looks really good, so you can use those as you so desire. Now let's go ahead and zoom out and look at some articulation. Articulation-wise, Yugi has pretty standard Figma-style articulation. Ball disc in the neck that goes up and down, side to side, rotation. Ball joint shoulders move in and out in the socket, forward and back. Disc joints in the elbows, hinge and rotation in the wrists. He has a ball peg in the waist, so that moves all around. Hips go in and out, forward and back, rotate around on the joint, disc knees, and then hinge and rotation and pivoting and everything you need down there in the ankles. So you should be able to get him into basically any pose you want to. Now let's go ahead and move on to some accessories. Yugi comes with quite a lot of accessories. First off, interchangeable pieces wise, he comes with 5 different sets of hands. He has his fist hands, his open palms, he has some grasping hands, he has some card drawing hands, and then he has 1 pointing finger and 1 sort of 2 pointing finger for holding the card between the 2 fingers. After that, he has 1 interchangeable forearm, which has the dual disc on it. He has a hand of cards as well as a single card. Those can fit in his card holding hands. He has his Millennium Puzzle, which can go around his neck or be held by his holding hands. And he has his jacket, which is sort of in cape form, which you plug into a peg on his back, and it can be displayed sort of flowing behind him. And in addition to all this stuff, of course, you also get your Figma 3-jointed arm stand, which can be plugged into his back, or if you have the cape plugged into that hole, you can also plug it into the bottom of the cape. So that's all cool. Very useful interchangeable pieces for making your Yugi look however you want him to look. Now let's go ahead and move on to the packaging. Packaging-wise, you get a pretty standard Figma box, although I do feel like it's a bit wider than I'm used to them being. It's purple, Max Factory logo up there at the top. Figma, number 276, Yu-Gi-Oh! Logos, stuff like that. And on the back you get various poses for the figures, as well as some Japanese stuff that I cannot read. As always, these are good for in or out of package display, so yeah, Yugi.
Alright, that wraps it up for Yugi. So until next time, goodbye.
Hello, you've just watched one of my videos. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed my videos. If you didn't, run away and never return. Also, feel free to check out my other channels, Venom Raptor for all my variety gaming content, and VR Reviews for reviews of various action figures and collectibles. Thank you, and goodbye.